Lindsie Chrisley is standing by her father Todd Chrisley and stepmom Julie Chrisley after they were found guilty of bank fraud and tax evasion, but she says her ex-husband Will Campbell was totally unwilling to offer any support in their time of need. In fact, according to the Chrisley Knows best alum, her ex, who she shares son Jackson Campbell, 10, with, refused to alter their co-parenting schedule to help her out while she was in court with her family. Speaking on the June 16 episode of her Coffees and Convos podcast, which you can listen to here, Lindsie said, "This past 2 weeks has been the roughest, most uncertain time that I have ever felt in my life, and with co-parenting schedules, that has been a little bit hard to navigate. And normally Will is very good about, if we have something come up and I give all the details or whatever, it's like it's okay, we'll switch. But in this situation, I definitely feel that there was a little advantage taken. I think that maybe things that have gone on in the past with Will and I, some rockiness with my parents' relationship with Will and vice versa, his relationship with them, or lack thereof. I think a lot of things kind of came to the forefront over these past 2 weeks. And Will was pretty much unwilling to switch with me, knowing that I needed to be in court and needed to be there with my family. And that was really hard." Lindsie also claimed during her podcast that she didn't receive one word of support from her ex-husband, or his family, after the guilty verdict. As you guys probably know, my parents were convicted last week and that was on Tuesday. And I had sent Will a text just to let him know, like, "Hey, by the way, this is what just happened. And please keep the TVs off. Please keep the radio off. That's it. I was with Will for 12 years, and in his family for 12 years, very closely in his family. And not one single person, including my ex-husband, reached out to acknowledge anything. So that's kind of where we are on that front. And as angry as I want it to be, it truly gave me a sense of, I felt validated. Not that I needed more validation, but I did feel validated in the entire divorce process and why I am where I am today." Lindsie went on to share her anger over her former in-law's reaction to her family's legal troubles and slammed them for not bothering to even send a text message to show solidarity. "You know that it's probably the worst time, or day, of all of our lives. No one ever reached out, not even my ex-husband, to offer any type of support. I was speaking to my nanny the other day, and she said, 'You know, a kind person, whether you have your differences or not, because we all do, but when you see someone is in a time of true need and support, that you were with someone for so long, and that person was a part of your family, in your family for 12 years. But you couldn't even reach out for any type of support or encouragement. I can't understand that.'" Todd, 53, and Julie, 53, were found guilty of conspiring for years to defraud banks and hide money from the IRS. Prosecutors alleged that the couple submitted fake documents to banks when applying for loans and that Julie allegedly submitted false credit reports when trying to rent a house in California. The couple was indicted in August 2019 and face up to 30 years in prison. A sentencing date hasn't been scheduled yet.